Welcome to Daddy's the Podcast, featuring Eric and Greg. Join them each week as they hang with a new guest to talk about who they are, their why, and the stories that come up along the way. Thank you for being a part of the Daddy's community.
Welcome to Daddy's the Podcast. I'm Greg.
And I'm Eric.
And also, happy 4th of July.
Yes, happy 4th of July. When this airs, tomorrow then will be the 4th of July. Is that right? This is gonna be Wednesday
Yeah,
night.
so the 4th of
Wednesday
July is
night,
what,
the
on a
3rd.
Thursday?
So
Yeah.
a lot of people will be listening to this on the 4th of July.
Yeah. So happy 4th of July. Happy America Day.
That's right. And
Right.
for said holiday, I have some fun facts about the 4th of July.
All right, what you got?
If you could guess, how many glizzies, how many hot dogs, how many wieners do you think that Americans are going to eat on the 4th of July?
Well, I mean, so we have to say on the 4th of July, hot dogs, burgers, and that's pretty much it, right? Like, I feel like those are the two most consumed things, right?
You can assume potato salad, but ain't nobody counting that.
And that's not food in terms of like, that's not a main course, because you can
Mhm.
also factor in fucking strawberry pretzel salad, which, by the way, dude, I love strawberry pretzel salad. Okay, but I think worldwide or just America-wide,
America.
I'm going to say 17 million. Did I just give you a number that was way higher than it is?
That would have been
would make-
disappointing. But I'm going to say you're not even close.
Way more?
You could more than triple that.
All right,
Oh,
so how much?
Keep going.
40 million?
I'll give it to you. 150 million wieners are going to be consumed that day.
Does it say if they're foot long or if they're
Nope, standard glizzies. I assume that a foot long counts as 2 hot dogs.
and
Right?
dude, ironically enough, I would rather eat a hot dog that was boiled in water than a hot dog on the grill.
I don't know. I like a nice charred hot dog. Like right off the grill.
They're
Right off
good.
the grill.
They're
Right
so
off
good,
the grill.
especially burnt, full of carcinogens. But there's just something about hot dogs boiled in that like dirty water,
You know what I
especially like when
like?
you go to New York.
When you drop them in, or you just put them in and they start boiling, the water becomes like greasy immediately.
Oh yeah. Well, but
And
then
it
you save that
spatters.
water
And then you drink that water.
because that was a Limp Bizkit album,
Was it Limp Bizkit?
like a chocolate.
Chocolate
No, it was
Star-
chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water, or
No idea. I didn't listen to those guys.
yeah, same. But I do remember that album. I wasn't allowed to have it. It was one of
Sure.
those, parental advisory.
I'm sure it was. It was probably heavily debated.
And I feel like too when albums used to be a thing, you would say fuck once and it would automatically become like a parental advisory thing.
Yep.
Now, I think like PG-13 movies, you can say fuck like 2 or 3 times before you get hit with a rated R, like before it gets rated R. I think albums, you can definitely say fuck more than one time before it becomes parental advisory.
Wasn't it? Was it Breaking Bad? They could say one really bad word per season or something like
Well,
that.
you are allowed to say fuck on television.
AMC is cable, not right.
So I was watching Straight Outta Compton on FX,
Okay.
and every other word is some sort of obscenity and obscenity.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, it's because before Comedy Central used to do it. Do you remember? It would be like late night,
Late
and-
night only.
and they would play. It would be like stand-up specials or like South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, but it wouldn't happen until
Mhm.
like 1 a.m.
Yep.
And every other word was fuck or cunt
Mhm.
or whatever, and that
Mhm.
was acceptable.
Yep.
But now, like USA, dude, you turn on a rated R movie, it's not censored anymore, and I don't think they have to be. I think it's up to I don't know if it's up to the provider or who
Mm.
makes that call. I don't know the rules behind that, because most of the shit that I watch is either one like on my phone or whatever, or HBO, and HBO has always been uncensored,
Mhm.
so that's always just kind of been a thing.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but AMC, they like Breaking Bad. I think that was one of the first shows where what did she say? Sky, when she finds out that Walt is cooking meth, she goes and fucks Ted. She's like, "Well, I fucked Ted." And it was like, "Oh, but you said that on
Right,
TV."
right. Prime, like a
Um,
prime time cable, like not
I think
not
that
like
show came on at
premium
like
cable.
9 o'clock. Yeah, man.
Right.
And then even in The Walking Dead, like the last season, there's a scene where the zombies get smart at the end, and they learn how to climb and open
Oh, wait.
doors, and they can climb boxes.
Spoilers.
Well, yeah, that show's been done for 5 years almost.
Has it
so
really? Shit.
I don't know if it's been that long. 2021, I think.
I stopped
2020.
watching.
It's
when,
been
I stopped watching when Glenn died under that trash can.
yeah, that was like 2017. But and this isn't like a huge spoiler. So the zombies they adapt and they learn how to climb. And so there's a scene at the end where all these like smart zombies are taking over, and Negan's like, "What the fuck?" when he sees one climb up a tank. And once again, TV man, 9 p.m. And it was just acceptable. Well, I
Mhm.
think too, like the times have changed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Is
Well,
fuck really that offensive? You know, and it's not like
it's not
they're
as
saying like
offensive as other words.
yeah, right. Fuck is actually one of the least offensive words, I would
But those
say,
things always
right?
change. Those things always change. You know, there's words
But
that
what
are
do,
offensive now that weren't offensive 50 years ago.
but what makes something offensive? Is it just the general population says I'm offended by that word? So like you say cunt is a big one that offends a lot of people, or
It is.
people just
People
don't like
hate
that word.
It's
But people
not. I don't want to say it's newer, but like nobody ever called me a cunt when I was little. I don't think.
but cunt but you think of like the UK, cunt and twat. I
Cunt.
mean, twat is another one.
Yeah, yeah.
But we've been watching a lot of The Boys. Billy the Butcher calls everyone a cunt in that
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Literally
So,
everyone.
so
So I think it's just is it dependent on where you are located,
I think so. Yep. Yep.
right?
Definitely.
Like is that
Definitely
um,
does. I wonder what they call people in Australia.
I think isn't twat, I think.
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
But that is also like the
I feel like
1975 they're a
Australia's
British
just
band.
rough.
Well, like the 1975 used the word twat in a lot of their songs, you know, and it's
Is
just
twat that
one
bad?
of
I
those
always think twat's a kind of a funny one.
um
And that might be
I know
because of
Jenna
Dane
hates
Cook.
it, but
That might be because of Dane Cook. Didn't he call somebody a twat waffle?
yeah. Well, but is twat like the word moist, where people are like, I hate that word, or do they hate that word because other people hate the word moist, right? Moist does
Mhm.
nothing. There's not a single word that makes me like Jenna hates the word horny. That's her moist. But like
Wait,
for
then how do you let
me,
her? Then how do you let her know?
I say that I'm moist.
Ah, she likes that. Does
And
it make? Does you saying
I don't even
moist
know if
make her moist?
my yeah, I'm boy am I moist. But I'll say I'm moist if like you like exercise or you're like sweating your dick off, and it's like, oh, I'm moist.
Look how moist I am.
You know?
Yeah. I like to say that when
Um,
it's humid out. I like to say that it's moist out.
But Isla, I don't know who or the context, but I'm pretty sure she called someone a cunt, and I'm like, you can't. You got to be real. You got to really not do that, right? Like, don't. And she definitely probably heard it from me.
Probably.
But I think it's one of those things where I don't fucking know. But you know what? We speaking of cunts
Yes.
and you know. So for those of you listening, we had someone who worked with us at our other job pass away. And you know, very tragic, very sudden. But around that same time, someone was let go from where we work. And so I guess people were offended that grief counselors were provided for the passing of this individual, but not the person who got let go because
Absolutely
his
insane.
his position was dissolved. Right?
Absolutely insane.
We've worked places before where layoffs happen, right? But they are
Layoffs.
two
There's
very
not a place that doesn't exist that doesn't have layoffs.
especially now, like it just happens and it sucks. And I'm not saying like layoffs are great, like it sucks, it's shitty. But my thing is, how can you as an individual equate the two, right? You can't. They are two very different things, like two very different things. And even if you don't know somebody, right, and somebody passes away, they die, right? To not, even if you don't know that person, you can still be empathetic, right, to the situation. And even someone getting laid off, you can be empathetic to that as well. But I'm
But they're
not
two
mourning
totally
you
different.
because you are still alive. And to cycle back, that is what makes you a cunt, right? So,
Speaking of cunts,
yes, right. That is just,
that I lost my
dude,
shit. I lost my shit when I heard that.
I don't think I've ever been so mad to hear that people are prioritizing that over the death of somebody. That's just
Mhm.
fucking ridiculous.
Mhm.
And,
But you know what I
you
did
know,
say
and
when I heard that? That when, you know, I love my job, right? But you know,
yep,
if I ever leave, I'm gonna hire a grief counselor for
sure,
this
to come
reason
in,
to come in, and they're
to
gonna be.
come in
It's
and
on me, you know. And people can say like, you know, oh, you know, Eric's gone. You know, how does that make you feel? Da 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 da. And then I'll provide lunch as well. You know, give
sure,
people
and
lunch.
that's
But to
what
get the
people
lunch,
really want.
you have to talk to the grief counselor.
So, okay, hear me out. Do individuals want a grief counselor because the person who is no longer there was just a shield, essentially, to cover up lack of work,
Oh, they had
right?
it easy.
And so that person was covering up for your lack of not doing anything, and now you're kind of exposed in a way. And that to me, especially because I don't know, it just
They knew
really
life was
fucking
about to get hard for them because they've
yep.
had it on easy street.
So you're prioritizing once again, like someone's death, essentially. Like that's whatever. But boy, am I really torn up about this.
It sounds like a really greedy thing to do. And take that. I'm a really greedy motherfucker. I think about myself
right,
a lot.
dude, and you know, it's one of those things where you hear all the time, right? If you die today, like, sure, right, your job would get filled most likely
It
because
has
at
to
the end
be.
of the day, a business needs to continue operating. But that doesn't mean that. I don't know. I always look at that thing like I see a lot of those memes now where it's like, enjoy your life. And you absolutely fucking should. Life is more important than work. It just is, right? At the end of the
Mhm.
day, like we're all going to die, but work is work. You can be replaced if you died. However, I don't necessarily know if I think that's like so just because you die, like work it should just cease to exist? No, I think that you can, right? Like I don't know, man. It's such a weird.
I think if it's best case scenario, if you get joy out of work, right? I mean, isn't that the dream, right? Where they say you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life, right?
Yep.
Whatever. That people have good days and bad days, but if you can get something out of your work, like I think we've talked about this before too, where if you, well, I guess just what I said, like you know, if you enjoy work, like when you're sitting on your deathbed, there's going to be things that you regret and things that you don't regret. One of the things that you regret is going to be, oh, well, I regret working that really shitty job just to squeeze out an extra $10,000 a year, making myself miserable, missing family time. Like those are the things that don't matter in the end.
No, at all. And you die. Dying is a very it's a journey that you go on by yourself, right? And you no one's coming with you. Like it's
Well,
kind of
hopefully.
well, yes, right. But you know what I mean? Like it's a solo thing, even if you know a bunch of you die together.
Sure.
But yeah, right. You're on your deathbed. I don't. Yeah, we did talk about this. I don't give a fuck about any of that. But if where I worked, I'm a big believer. If you're not happy where you are, then just don't be there anymore, right? And I always tell everyone wherever I go, look, if I feel like I can't give you something or I can't get something out of it, then I don't know if that's the best place for me. And I think that's fair because, you know, when I had a previous job, I worked in the correction, you know, sector, youth
Yeah,
corrections,
you went to
and
jail.
I went to jail. And
Every day for
the
work.
individual that, and you want to talk about cunts, the individual that was my supervisor State workers are a whole fucking different entity. They can tell you down to the specific minute when they're gonna fucking retire, and they look at you sideways if you say, "Hey, I don't necessarily maybe want to do this forever," because you know what, a pension, that's cool, but I can make more money in a 401k or a Roth IRA or whatever, and so why sacrifice my mental health for some shitty fucking pension just to check a fucking, some box, um a proverbial box maybe. But the individual I worked for, so the state had a system. After 3 call outs, you got put on a plan if you didn't have documentation.
3 in a row?
I don't know. It was like, I think it was within like a period of time.
Like a
right?
rolling,
So
like a rolling year.
it was rolling unless you had a doctor's note or you were excused or whatever. But the individual I reported to, I would call out, and I think I had fucking diarrhea, right? Like sick. As someone who oversaw food, can't come in, right? And he had this green journal and he would write it down and he would call me in and he said, August 16th, you had gastrointestinal distress. He's like, sometimes, dude, you just got to suck it up. You can't just stay home and play video games. And it was like, number one, fuck you, like, I don't know who the fuck you think you are. And that started like a war between him and I, to the point where like I eventually went and and it wasn't just that, but he used to always say the same thing. If you want to stay here, you can make a career. And let me tell you something. I was getting paid $44,000 a year to get that. That is a salary that is very difficult to live on. And I'm not saying you can't, but I think Isla was about to be born, or like Jenna was just pregnant. So for 2
Didn't
people
you already
in
have
a
your
house,
masters as well?
yeah, exactly. So nah, I'm good. And I took that job as a stepping stone, and it really worked out for me. Now, like I did learn a lot, but people like that, fucking fuck you, man. Dude, shame on you. That is such an old school mentality.
He's probably really miserable too.
He is fucking miserable. And he would always say the same thing. You'd say, "Hey, what's up?" And he would say, "My weight and my blood pressure." And it's like,
What about same shit, different day? Or what's the other classic white guy thing?
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
And he would also say, if someone was just like, face, smile.
Ew.
It's like, dude, I have fucking beef with. Don't you ever tell me to fucking smile. Who the fuck are you? So, there are some really shitty. That would be another definition of a cunt, I think. And there are some really fucking shitty people, and they think that work should be everything, and that couldn't be further from the fucking truth, man.
Yeah, that's okay.
Like,
let them think that. They haven't figured it out yet.
Because, yeah, right. You're not going to change. People say that like our generation, nah. I would argue that that's not always the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know what? God damn it! I just wanted to.
Yeah, because of
cuts. That is yes. But by the way, I noticed you got a haircut.
I did get a haircut. See my neck? It's not hairy. Yeah, you got a haircut too.
I got a haircut too. But we get totally different haircut. Our haircut experience is different, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go to a barbershop. I go to a salon.
Yeah.
For me, they wash your hair. They don't wash your hair.
No, they don't. They have a sink, but it's full of stuff because nobody gets their hair washed at the barbershop.
Can you though?
Yeah, I asked one day if not to get it done, but I asked if they have used it, and he said, "Yeah, maybe like I've seen it once," and he's been there for years. So like really nobody goes in there for it.
And the dude would legitimately he would wash your hair.
I guess if I asked him to, I guess he probably would. He'd probably look at me like, "Come on,"
and he'd probably be fucking mad. But
for sure.
That's why I go, because there's just something therapeutic about like getting your head put into that bowl and they hit you with the shampoo and the conditioner. And I'm all about the whole experience. And people were there drinking mimosas. And
I used to go to a place like that when I had long hair.
But the thing is too though, like it's always kind of tough because you go to the same person. Typically, you go to the
Okay.
same barber.
Okay, well, how about this? I do, and I'm not going to take my hat off right now because I don't want to show it. Also, wires and I can't hear you. But I'll go. So I haven't been going to the barbershop for a very long time. I had very long hair for a long time, over 10 years of like most of my adult life. I had long hair it's only been for the last like 5 years. I've had short hair, and so I'm not pro barbershop guy. I don't know it that well. So I walk in
Right.
and I see a bunch of guys waiting, and this is almost every time now. I see a bunch of dudes waiting for their barber, and I walk in and I go to sit down because for sure I'm gonna wait. Nope. My guy goes, my friend, you want a haircut?
Like,
And I go, and he's this Asian guy, and all he does is he watches the like the stock market. He's got like the what are they, like the little candles
The
and going
fucking
up and
tickers.
down. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
watching all that stuff. And I go to everybody there, I'm like, you no?
Hey,
They're like,
they're
no,
like,
I'm
"Fuck
waiting.
no.
And I'm not stupid. I know what that means. I know it means that they
Yes,
don't like the way
right.
that he
Yeah,
cuts
yeah,
their
yeah.
hair.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And anyway, every single time my man cuts my hair, I always walk out looking like Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder.
Fucking
Every single
Ben
time.
Stiller.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what his what my barber's name is, but I call him Simple Jack. I tell him I get the Simple
So-
Jack. That's not what I ask for when I go to him. I should ask him what his name is.
But at least you consistently know you're gonna get that, right? So
and then I'll tell you what, it might just be like a culture thing. The way that he like leaves it when he's done, he's like, I can't imagine that he thinks it's great. I don't know what it is, but he gets done. He's like combing me, and he goes, he spins me around, and I just go, well,
Thanks, big guy.
that looks great, thank you. And then when I go home and I shower and I can like style it myself, it
Yeah,
doesn't look bad.
then it's
It doesn't
fine.
look bad. It looks fine. But
Did
when
you
I walk
see
out of
that-
there,
did you
I'm
ever
definitely like looking for people that I know. Like,
please don't say me. Did you ever see that meme where it's like Ben Affleck and he's like your hairstylist or your barber after they fuck up your hair, and it's like, stylist, do you like it? And it's like Ben Affleck smoking a cigarette. He's like, I like it, and knowing damn well that like it does not. So, but it's consistent, right? So like I go
Yes.
in and I say, hey, I want to get a haircut. They say, okay, what's your name? I say, hey, it's Greg. They say, okay, cool. Sit down at any bowl. They wash my hair, and then you get whomever. And so luck of the draw. And like today, she did a good job. I told her, I said, hey, I want a 1.5 all the way around and keep it longer up top, but shorter. And then they always say the same thing. Oh, it's been a while. I was like, it really hasn't. It's just like dude hair grows really fucking fast, right?
mm-hmm.
And so she cut it. She did a really good job, but sometimes they cut it and it's just like like they'll leave like a lot on the side and then you can't like blend it, and like it's like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Did Trevor send you the picture of him with that one haircut he got?
Of him,
Just on the back of the
that dude
neck,
fucked it up.
the shape up looked like he looked like a dickhead. He literally looked like a dickhead.
Well, and that's so okay. So if I go to shout out Town Hair Salon, they've been taking care of me for literally, dude, I shit you not, maybe since I've been like 6 years old.
Mm,
I've been going there.
long enough.
It is, and I go there because one, I know that their stylists are normally pretty fucking good. Like they're solid, and
Let me
at
ask you
barbers.
this:
So the thing is, yeah,
somebody washed your hair. Was it the same
Mhm.
person that cut your hair?
nope.
So
Nope.
do you tip
So
your
it's-
hair washer?
So I do.
Okay.
Typically I'll do a couple bucks, but
I don't know what to
problem
do
is, so
for that.
you don't have
that's
to,
all
so-
that it is.
someone I graduated high school with, she used to cut my hair there, and so I asked her, I was like, hey, am I supposed to? I know obviously I'm supposed to tip you, but should I tip them? And she's like, they don't really care as much because they are paid hourly. So they're not
Mm,
like reliant, but also like you think about like a hairstylist, and I don't know how barbers work, but it's probably the same way. Well, I take that back. I think barbers have to pay for their seat.
I think so too. Like a tattoo shop, right?
Most hair salons, okay, it was say $28 to get my hair cut. They get 14, the shop gets 14. It's 50-50 split. So, dude, you think about that. You're doing hair, like if I'm dyeing your hair, that's gonna be probably like almost $200. So that's $100 right there, though, but not including the tip. So, you know, there is money to be made. And I think with barbers, though, the difference is you're not dyeing hair, right? So you're not doing perms and you're not doing these hundreds of. So my thing is, I need to turn this seat 10 times an hour, maybe
Mm-hmm.
5 times an hour. Like if it's slow, whatever. Like I don't know what the
And
ROI
Simple
is
Jack
on
does
that,
that
but
very well. He does that very well. It's
Well,
just a shame that nobody's
go
in his
to-
seat when I get there.
so, but the thing is though, I went to a barbershop and it's the wild fucking west. So you all sit down and then all right, next, and everyone stands the fuck up.
No,
And
you
there's
got to
no
remember.
rhyme or
No,
reason.
you got to remember. It's a fucking memory
But I
game.
feel like people don't do that.
I know.
And, you know,
Well,
I
you
feel like
gotta
they're
speak
just
up.
like, oh, I was here first.
You got to speak up
Hey,
and say
yo,
that.
dick lips.
Yeah. But then it goes a game of like, hey, I was next, but I'm waiting. I don't want to go to. I'm not going for you. I'm waiting for that guy. I'm
want
waiting for
that
Mark or
person.
whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
It is
And so
fucking
for me,
confusing.
it's stressful, man.
You might get me back into the salon life.
Have you been to Town Hair Salon before?
Mm-mm. No. Should I try it?
It's nice. Give them a try. I don't
No.
know how much does it cost to get your hair cut at the
$28.
barbershop.
$28. You said it is
Okay,
exactly.
so same thing.
How much do you tip?
$10.
That's exactly what yeah, we spent exactly the same thing.
So say $40 for a haircut.
Yep.
But that's significantly cheap. I get my haircut every 2 weeks, so $20 a month.
But I like the idea of
whatever,
getting my hair washed. I like that.
So and they have beer.
They have
So
beer?
They'll say yeah. So they
Okay.
have beer and I never. There was someone drinking a mimosa there, and I was like, that kind of looks dope. But I'm not gonna get our haircuts are a little bit different. But you just have the little like black hairs. You know what I mean? Like if I'm getting my hair done, so
Yeah.
What if-
and it's
okay.
just sitting in my beer?
would you ever dye your hair?
I did when I was really
I
little.
like the idea of bleaching my hair. Would that look weird?
I mean,
I don't know if I could pull it off. Like, I'm
On-
graying. I'm going gray. I'm definitely going gray. Do you have any gray in your hair, really?
right here in my
No,
beard.
not
Right
really.
here in my beard. Just a little bit.
But
just
it's
a little bit.
very, very,
Not a lot, baby girl.
very
just a little bit. I also
like,
have some here
I'm-
too.
So I'm significantly grayer than you.
Yeah, you got it. You got a big old patch right
I-
there.
I right here, and then up top, like I definitely, it's and whatever. Like I don't care. I'd rather
Mhm.
be gray
Better gray than
bald.
Yep. Yep.
But could I pull off blonde? I don't think I could. I would. I love the idea of. I was thinking about that.
I got a
like
friend-
the idea of it.
I
Man.
got a friend, Vinny, that he went blonde. He bleached his hair blonde like Ken for a costume. Ken from the Barbie movie.
Sure, really fucking committed.
He really was. And it was like pretty comical, but I think if you know the way that a person looks all the time, it's not going to look like what you're used to seeing, right? So it might look fucked up. But if you like went out and introduced yourself to somebody that's never seen you before, they might say
They would
that
just
hair
be
looks
like,
really
"Oh,
good,"
word."
because that looks like normal. So you can't ask
I
anybody
really-
that you know.
But and that is something I could bleach my hair myself. But
Probably.
if I get it done at the shop, dude, I one mimosa, please. You know what I mean? Like I get the,
Wait,
but that's
Do you
probably
wanna-
over $100 thing.
all right, you ready? Let's go get frosted
Yep.
tips and drink mimosas
Okay,
Sunday.
sure. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm absolutely down for that.
We'll have
But
it.
yeah,
we'll do,
you
it,
know, I
we'll do
just-
it for our vacations that are coming up soon, right?
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Where are you going?
Lake
Because I don't think
Anna.
I don't know. And is that in Virginia,
It is. It's in
Maryland?
It's in this place. It looks like it's pronounced. It's in Virginia. Bump ass Maryland or Virginia. I'm sorry. Bump ass Virginia. I'm sure it's pronounced Bumpus. Bumpus, but it definitely looks like Bump ass
Bumpuses.
Virginia. But yeah, Lake Anna. Our friends have a boat, and they usually do it. They actually do it a lot, but we do a one big friends trip with them, and it's just an Airbnb. That lake is interesting. Last year we went there. There's like two sides of the lake. There's a private side where it's just residential homes,
Yep.
and you can't get to the public
Yep.
side from there. Like, I don't know how long it would take, or if it's even possible. But this year we're staying on the public side, and the public side has a lot of like restaurants and places that you can go dock to. We've done that at like the in like Chesapeake City before. Our other friends live in
Yeah.
a community
Yep.
where they have like a slip, and they've taken their boat down there, and it's pretty fucking cool. You almost feel like a pirate. You dock in, and then they'll like start bringing you food, or you can go into the restaurant, and then you just leave and you just drive your boat away. It's very cool.
Now, I don't think I've ever been on like a like not like big boat. You know, like I don't think
Yeah, never on like
my
yeah.
my mom's husband has one, but I don't think I've been out on it. And they're always like, you can park the boat and then get off and go to the restaurant, and then you get back on and you just fucking go.
Yeah,
So you're going for a week?
something like that. Yep.
So
it'll be
we'll
exciting.
actually be on vacation the same time.
Yeah, and where are you going?
So we're going to Jacksonville, Florida. You know what? The big reason though, so you were at our wedding 10 years ago for our 10-year anniversary. Fuck. We're going back to where we got married. And dude, that place is so fucking nice.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stay for a night. And I think like we're doing the oceanfront package, so it comes with like a bottle of champagne, free breakfast. Oh yeah.
Money.
Oh yeah. But you know what?
10-year
It
anniversary.
comes with 10-year anniversary for one night, and then so we'll do dinner like right there. Valet, so it's like everything. You get everything. But yeah, dude, we could only afford one night. It's so fucking expensive. But One Ocean was one of the nicest, if not still to this day, the nicest hotel that I've ever stayed in.
Sure. It probably was for me as well.
Yeah. And you get it's going to be expensive when they include a complimentary cheese and meat tray. You know, like
Okay.
that,
And it's going to be good.
and it's going to be good.
It's going to be really good.
So we're looking forward to that. But we try to get down to Florida once a year. Jenna's parents live down there, and typically we'll do like the Jacksonville Zoo. The Jacksonville Zoo is one of the better, if not one of the best zoos I've ever been to. In terms of like animals, how big it is, and it's set up. Like some zoos are really fucking confusing, right? And so
Mhm.
you don't know like where the fuck you're going. But here it's like it's pretty straightforward. And dude, they have the best condiments in their fucking food court. So like normally you go and you get some chicken strips. What do you got? You got ketchup, mustard, and barbecue sauce. Dude, they got honey mustard. They got like spicy ranch. They
Like
got
on
ranch
tap?
on the little pumps. On tap. I know, dude. It's wild.
We were just
So
talking about-
that's what I want. Like that.
I'll go to any restaurant that's going to be
Condiments are
liberal
everything.
with their sauces and condiments. Like that's what I want. I feel like who does a
Well,
really good
there
job of
used
that?
to be this place down there.
Chick-fil-A does a good job with that.
Sure. Not as well as Hardee's. So Eric and I went to Hardee's a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and the service there, it was sublime.
Mm-hmm.
The dude came over with the little sauce caddy, and he said, "Can I offer you a refreshing? Can I offer you a refresher?" And he had every sauce they had, and it was like in this little caddy. But yeah, so the Jacksonville Zoo, the condiments, amazing. And then there's this restaurant. I don't know if they're still open. I haven't checked in a while, but it's called the Green Papaya. And dude, they have some really fucking good food too. There's a lot of cool places to eat down there, and there's also this place called the Caddy Shack, which is like this fucking just reserve for like lions and tigers. And it's literally, think of a trailer with a bunch of chain link fences with just wild fucking animals in there.
That's
Like
kinda
it's no different
scary.
than if we drove into Townsend, and there, yeah. But it's cool, and it's like, help support the tigers. I just think of fucking Tiger King every
Mhm.
time we go there.
Mhm.
But something else that Florida has, I don't know if you've ever been, is Publix. And so
Sure.
Publix is a really cool grocery store. But it's also, I don't even want to say it's expensive, because all stores are fucking expensive.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you what I'm really excited for.
Hit me.
So 2 months ago, I had to get a new computer, right? And so you and I went to the Apple store, and I feel like I always have to tell people this because you were there as a witness, and I said to the individual, "Hey, here's what I'm doing. I do a lot of editing on Premiere Pro," and I said, "Will this Mac Mini work?" And what did he say?
He said
There
it will
won't
run
be
it no
like,
problem. He'll run
yeah,
it
it
no
will run it
problem.
no problem. And so I bought it. 2 months later, I had to, and it essentially shit the bed, dude. It was like, I guess I was overworking it. So every time it would wake up from being in sleep mode, it would say, your computer had to reset or restart due to an error. And so it got to a point, dude, it was taking hours to export. Like we record in 1080, and it was taking hours to export. So I went out and I got the MacBook Pro, which has been leaps and bounds, right? Like it's so much fucking better. But I'm excited because I can take that with me, so I'll still be able to do shit when. So like I think it's nice to have. Desktops are great, but laptops also have a purpose, right?
Yeah.
Like I think they all kind of.
We need to
But-
see share your setup. Post what you got your setup over there as, because you have
Yep,
all the gear.
Yep,
over
I will.
there.
I have like it looks like I'm looking at it now, like a minus I got my Xbox there, but that's important too, because we're gonna talk about that.
Uh-huh.
But it looks good, and I think now we've kind of been able to pick out our who and what we're comfortable with, like which companies and which brands work well for us, and that can obviously change over time. But I think really like we've been doing this now long enough where we are now like we're able to, I don't know, kind of be more picky with what we use.
Yeah, we know what we want. We know what we like, and we know what we don't like.
But you know what you need?
What do I need?
I think you need to get a new router. I think it's time for you to get a new router, homie.
No, the router's fine. It's just on the other end of the house, and Shay keeps putting fucking paper on top of it. There was another
What
piece
if
of
you
paper.
get a oh, was there? What if you get a an extender for upstairs?
Maybe
I think that might be a good.
Kevin sent that. Kevin sent
plug
that link of the turn your
Where it kind of
electrical system into a hard connection. I don't know. I don't know if that works or not.
So here's what we do. We have the Orbi router. So I have the same Verizon router that you have, and I use that to just so that goes from the like Verizon box and that gets plugged in. But I disabled Wi-Fi on it, and then all of the hard wires run through that, and then I use an Orbi as my house router, and that Orbi then feeds upstairs to a satellite, and that satellite pumps out. Because my house was the same way. For whatever reason, it was just a dead zone on the other side of the house. Like didn't fucking do anything. But that's been great. So I know we were Eric and I were having some issues last night trying to play Fortnite together.
Oh, it was
and
miserable. Oh, we should play right now.
But so so we interviewed our good friend Pat, aka Hands McGrizzle. And so check out his Twitch channel if you haven't already. Pat's funny as fuck. Like I love Pat.
Yeah.
But something that Eric and I want to start doing is we talked about eventually wanting to get into the streaming spectrum, right? Like we wanted to start doing that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we both have the gear for it now, don't we?
We have the gear for it now. Yeah. I think we could do it. But if anyone is listening and you have any recommendations, let us know, because that's something that I'm not 100% on yet. Like I don't really know, and I'm sure you watch some YouTube videos and figure out how to do it, kind of like this. But I don't want to, I don't like half-assing shit. So
when you go in, you go all in.
But it's nice because we don't have to get anything for it. Like we do have the stuff for it. We have everything you need for it.
You know what I do need?
Maybe. I don't know.
A gaming chair.
A chair?
A fucking chair. This thing is gonna kill my back.
You know what? Let's get some gaming chairs. If you're listening, and gaming chair makers.
Secret Lab, right? Isn't that the popular one?
You know what? That's what Pat has, right?
Yes.
I've been seeing a lot of those not pop up, but I noticed people like watch somebody on YouTube or TikTok that streams or Twitch, whatever.
Mhm.
They're using that chair. They
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
'Cause it's
Something
got
to
the
be
little
said.
back pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Silas got
Um,
one not that long ago for his, I guess it was for his birthday, or maybe it was for Christmas. But it also reclines like all the way back and has a little like kickstand for your legs. So he could actually like lay
Oh.
down on it and sleep if he, I guess if he wanted to.
It's like a
But it
fucking
also
nap.
it also
Is it
has a little
comfortable?
back pillow. I guess if you want to sleep
Or
in
is
a
it-
chair.
So you're sitting in a fucking kitchen table chair, right?
Let me tell you, it's not just a kitchen table chair. This bottom, I'm not even gonna like get out of it and try to show you. The bottom isn't even a hard bottom. It's just pulled over like the sides and then like stapled or sewn in. It's the most uncomfortable chair I think that I've ever sat in.
It looks like the chair in Casino Royale when Daniel Craig is getting his nut slapped with the rope and they cut
does he
cut
go?
out the fucking
To the
and
left.
it's to the left. That's what it fucking reminds me of. You should like fucking
Does
tie your hands behind that.
You cut it out. You cut out the bottom. Just dip my nuts in there.
My chair, so my chair is definitely less like it's more comfortable. It's
Mhm.
not great. It is 100% not great, but I can sit in this for hours. Yours, I feel like, is a fucking struggle.
Yeah, if you see me moving around a lot, it's because I'm trying to get not decrepit.
And two, if you notice, Eric and I are in different locations. Just because we both upgraded. I want to say we both upgraded our sets, but the problem was we're using webcams now to record instead of our phones, so
So much easier.
it's. And I don't know how. I'm sure there's a way to run them both into a computer, but then there's probably something else that we would have to buy to do that. And that's
Mhm.
just another. Plus, we have been interviewing a lot of people, so this is an easier setup. So that way, Eric and I can have full attention literally on the guest instead of like us looking at each other while someone else is talking at us.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more natural.
But yeah, I think it is. I do like it. Your room looks nice and clean too.
Thanks.
It
I took some
looks,
things off the
It
wall
looks good.
behind me. Yeah, I'm trying to. I gotta decorate.
We got to get
next.
you. We got to get you something.
Yeah.
I like how the 4 panels look back there.
Yeah, you at least have something.
You know. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm giving you back your arm though, so you can bring that home and get that
Yeah,
out
this
of
thing
the.
is.
We'll take
This
that.
thing's not doing it all the way.
So, the next thing too that you're gonna once that mic shits the bed, you'll have to get one of these Rhodes, man. They're
Mhm.
fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
I know. I'm jealous of yours.
Well, actually, I take that back. You also have another one of those mics when that one dies.
So I've got to
It
go
came
through.
with the arm.
I got to go through 2 Fifines, right? Is that what this brand
You
is?
got, well, actually, you have a third because there's another one behind me.
Your
So
old
you gotta
one?
go through that one and 2 more.
So you're
But you
telling
know
me if
what?
I could be a little
Um,
more aggressive with this?
Kudos to Fifine though, because that thing sounds really damn good, and
does.
especially
Especially for what it's
like
worth. If anybody's ever
for
thinking
it does-
about needing a microphone for anything, streaming, podcasting, or anything, I would absolutely recommend a Fifine. But the Rode is, I think Rode just makes a better product.
And we were talking about that. Like, so Fifine, dude, I think it's underrated, right? I haven't tried a lot of the like budget-friendly mics, but the Fifine is fucking great. But I'm using the Rode Pod mic, the USB one, and I know you see everyone they use like the Shure. They all use the same one, but I've been seeing a lot of people use this specific one too, and it just sounds. Rode puts out great shit. We are big fans of theirs. But yeah, I think if you want a mic to try, Fifine is a really good. Just I would recommend also getting a mixer for it if you're
Mm.
going to stream. And that might be something where if you're going to stream, that might be something that you may or may not need. Because I don't know, like through Riverside, it's a little bit different because there's things that can change, and I'm able to kind of do some tweaking here. We are also using a Rodecaster Duo to do some
Mhm.
mixing.
Mhm.
They make the Rode, it's like the solo one, where it's like it literally looks like the Duo, but it's just for one person. But it's still like, dude, they're expensive.
Are they?
Rode isn't cheap. A lot of you pay for what you get, man.
Yeah,
That's
you get
why I
what you
look
pay
at it.
for.
Like
Exactly that.
you
Yeah.
get what you pay for. And especially like with mixers. Mixers are fucking money. But Pat pitched one, and I think it was maybe $50.
Okay.
And if you listen to our episode with Pat, I think that was one of our best sounding episodes, and I
Mhm.
really like the way that turned out. And he was, Pat uses that to stream, so I think that
Mhm.
that's something
Yeah.
to look
And he knows
into.
what he's doing. He's been doing it for a long time too.
I think
I,
he
I,
said 6 years.
I welcome everybody's input on stuff to do to get into streaming or recommendations, but I'm probably just gonna go to him whenever I'm ready to do it. I'll probably start with some videos,
For sure.
start getting off the ground
Yep.
myself, and then as soon as I run into an issue, I'll just call Pat.
Help. Well, and Pat has a lot of connections too, so I think that's a really good resource. Or if anyone wants to get into streaming, hit up Ham Hands McGrizzle's Twitch and ask him about it, because he
Mhm.
will be. Pat's a very friendly, and he's very approachable.
But he doesn't.
He
but
may
he
not
doesn't
seem that
look
way,
it. He
but
does not look
he doesn't
approachable
look
at
it.
all. Like,
But
if you saw him on the
Pat
streets,
is.
you'd fucking.
he-
You might, I mean, not run, but like you'd be like, I'm not gonna fuck with that guy. And yeah, you shouldn't fuck with him because, but yeah, he's a good guy.
yeah,
He's
I
a
wouldn't
really
fuck
good
with him.
guy.
He's but Pat in person, he is huge.
Mhm,
Like, he is a big motherfucker.
mhm.
But yeah, he's a very friendly individual. So if you have any questions, hit him up. So Eric and I were talking too before, because Pat was our last like guest that we had on. It's always weird going from like interview to the two of us, and Pat's was more of like a hangout because we knew him. But I always appreciate doing these episodes because it allows Eric and I to talk about. I mean, Eric and I see each other pretty much every day at work, but to talk about shit that we can't talk about there.
Oh,
Even though I guess
what's been going on?
eh,
What's been going on that I could talk about that I can't talk about at work? We kind of talk about whatever we want to at work too,
we
right?
do. But this, for the most part, I think it's one of those things where we like to use this podcast as kind of a way to one, we love our interview episodes, but also you and I use it as a way to kind of just express ourselves, I guess.
Let me
Really?
express my
Kinda.
express my music bingo jokes that won me a couple prizes.
Oh yeah, right, okay.
I'm
So
gonna
you go to
go.
music bingo every Tuesday? Yeah.
Collectively, Shay or I usually go. I went to 2, and I don't think I'm going to go back for a little while. So here's the one that won me a prize last week. What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
Go on.
I've never had a garbanzo bean on my face.
So someone made that joke. I wanted to say that
I
was
mean,
definitely not.
I know you
chickpea
know.
joke
Thanks
that
for
I've got.
humoring me.
Sure. Well, it is funny. It's a funny joke, and that's not like a super like. I mean, I think that's an appropriate music bingo joke.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, they like inappropriate. They like
Like-
naughty jokes.
Like it's naughty, but it's not like super offensive, right? That's a good play on words.
Sure. yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess I
And-
won't say my other joke, but it was a 9/11 joke, so I don't know if
Ugh,
that's still a
yeah.
sensitive subject or not. But
It
it won me a prize. I'm 2 for 2.
I feel like yes. Would you get?
A pair of glasses and a cooler, a High Noon cooler, one of those little soft pack coolers. It can hold like probably like 10
Oh
beers,
wait, that's actually kind of dope.
10 or 12 beers. Yeah.
That's
Um,
cool.
Yeah, and then a
Normally
pair
you
of
just get like a coaster.
glasses, a Tito's glasses, like sunglasses, which I lost because
Of course, they probably.
drunk.
Well, you got those Shady Rays.
I do have Shady Rays. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah,
Did you
not-
say you
not
like
over
them?
here. I do like them. They're
You
fine.
said they're nice.
I don't mind
Amazon,
'em.
right?
I did order them on Amazon. Yeah. No.
I
You
see
know
a
what?
lot
I,
of
I
Shady
ordered Shady
Rays.
Rays directly from their website.
I see a lot of they pop up all the time. They'll say, these aren't Ray Bans. These are Shady Rays," and they're like,
Sure.
"I couldn't even tell the difference." And honestly, like, dude, at the end of the day, sunglasses are fucking sunglasses, unless
Yeah.
they're Maui Jims.
Maui gyms. I just started learning about Maui gyms, and as soon as I heard you guys talking about Maui gyms, now I see them on like not everybody's heads, but yeah, they're nice. They're nice classes.
And I just got a pair, and if you're looking for a super expensive, probably not covered by insurance pair of glasses, Maui gyms. But I'm curious to see. I'm gonna take them down to Florida, and if there's like my normally like my Oakleys. I love Oakleys. That's typically what I wear, but the sun, I still get the rays sometimes. So I'm curious to see if these protect my eyes a little bit better. I also probably shouldn't stare at the sun. So
yeah, I would say don't do that.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I hope you enjoy your vacation.
You too.
This, it's I think needed for both of us. We have been doing this for many, many weeks nonstop. Like it really has been, and I love it. Like I do. Like this is like I love it. But I think a week off will be nice to kind of refresh and recharge and just
not even think about podcast stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And I think we deserve that, right?
Yeah, we do. Treat yourself.
Good. Treat yourself. That's what they say. All right. Well, I am Greg.
And I'm Eric.
And we are the Daddies. Once again, happy 4th of July.
Thanks for listening to Daddies the Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a review, and give us a like. We'll see you next time.